Hey, Pop, you see him talking about Anthony Edwards last night?
I did not. I have no basketball news. The NBA has been treating me so poorly this year.
What you mean? What they doing to you?
I've had the league pass. I can't watch anything. Like, I bought the league pass just to watch Wemby. Like, that was all I got it for. I was like, I want to see all Wemby's games. Well, the NBA was like, nah, we're going to put all Wemby's games on TV. So unless you got cable, no Wemby for you.
Man, don't you got them websites and shit, yo?
No, I can
But you don't
watch them.
You don't
like,
pay for the thing. I get what you're saying. You don't pay for the NBA league pass to then not be able to watch the joints, and you're supposed to get a service that don't make no fucking sense. That's an add-on. That's what do you call that? That's a browser extension. That ain't no fucking
for
app,
real.
You know what I'm saying?
Like this shit is whack. It's fucking useless.
Yeah.
So I can watch all New York's games because they're not in my local market. So anybody that's not in my market, I can watch all their games, but I can't watch the team that I want to watch.
That's crazy.
And somebody else, one of the players had said that.
Where's the Nintendo charger that was up there?
Yeah, they're going with the backwards model right now. Because that comes from the blackout games, yeah? That model started at the blackout games and it extended into the apps.
Yep. And that's what it is. The blackout games were the games that were shown in your local market. If they were on your local ABC, TNT, ESPN, you couldn't watch them nowhere else.
Right, but that was if your team was trash and you were supposed to go to the stadium. It was an incentive for you to go to the stadium, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now this is like an incentive for you to get cable, and then it's like, well, cable is a lot of fucking money. People on all these streaming.
Yeah, I'm not buying cable and getting 1,000 channels just to watch Wemby. Like that seems excessive.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, damn, I already got the app. Now I gotta go pay $159 a month to watch Wemby.
Right. The app now don't make no sense. It's a bunch of The NBA
it's just stupid.
And all
like
these,
they need to redo their contracts. Yeah. However, whatever they have, they need to do more streaming.
Well, what they're doing is what's happening worse is now the NFL and the NBA and all these different ones, they're all licensing out to several companies, several app things. You know what I'm saying? What makes it happen is like you can't watch nothing reliably. You just like, I don't know, I might be able to get the one tonight. I don't know. I don't even know who playing.
I got Paramount Plus, I got Prime, I got Netflix. Like I have all the apps. So if you start parsing out games where you just give me superstars on the apps, I'm cool with that. Like I'll settle for that.
But they don't do that. They're doing all the
superstars are on television. The TNT app, the what they did with TNT and ESPN, they get all the marquee games.
Yep,
and that's only on cable.
Those are the ones on cable, and then you'll be able to have that. And then ESPN, they want to get you to have ESPN Plus for anything that they want to put on there, which is crazy.
Right. If they want, they don't want you to be able to watch ESPN Plus when it's something that's going to be on regular ESPN on television, because you got to pay to keep these apps online and shit. Cable television's already there. The groundwork's already there. They don't have to worry about an app, going out and shit like that.
Yeah, exactly. And what
like
I'm
Netflix
saying though is
with broadcasting the games. The NFL was testing them. If them games would have been fucked up and buffering and all that shit, nah, we ain't gonna do this shit no more. Y'all can't even hold the content.
Yeah. What I'm saying is for to keep the way all these companies, be it the NFL, the NBA, MLB, boxing, UFC, they all need to have a way to streamline this information to the fan base. You know what I'm saying? Like this happened in the league and such. They're not going to be able to keep doing that if the next thing they do is they're on, you can't find their product. So then you got to watch only highlights of their product. And then you're like really less invested.
Yes.
So they need to find a way.
They're having that problem right now with viewership because people have cut the cord. They tied their shit to cable when there's not as many people on cable anymore.
Right. And so now they're gonna end up seeing is they're gonna see that their athletes become less famous. That'll be the first thing they'll see, and it's happening.
Didn't they just do a deal with like Amazon or something?
About what?
Yeah, but I think that's for next year. That'll be starting like the 25 season.
And that's the breakup.
Last year,
because they're going to be on
scrambled up.
Because they're going to be on Amazon and Peacock and ESPN.
I got both of those.
3. But that's what I'm saying.
I don't have the ESPN shit.
And which one do you think is going to be on ESPN? You know what I'm saying? Like we know what time it is, yo. They're going to give Amazon the bullshit. They're going to put some good shit on Peacock, and they're going to put everything else on ESPN.
Yeah, because the NBA already is on Wednesday and Friday on ESPN, guaranteed. Like, they get 2 games every Wednesday and Friday.
Yeah.
And that's
and also they should broadcast more games. Why they don't broadcast more games? That don't make sense to me either. Like, why we only watch basketball 2 days in a week or some shit like that? Come on, man. They play basketball every day. Play it.
Damn near. Yep.
I feel like baseball. That's why baseball fell off because they used to be able to play baseball every day.
Because it was Wednesday and Friday on ESPN. It was Monday and Thursday on TNT. Like, so you would still get 8 games or 10 games that week. They just would be on different cable channels.
Right. I'm just saying, man. It's too spread out, and so the fame starts to fizzle, whatever. You know, people start.
And they had the Sundays was on ABC.
Yeah, and then you start to have
the Sunday game.
Watch, you're gonna see it more. NBA players that just doing dumb viral type shit so they can continue to have like fame because they're gonna not be as famous as the old players were.
Well, yeah, I think that's why they doing all these podcasts and shit too, because they're not as famous.
Because honestly, who the fuck is Jeff Teague, yo?
Yo, Jeff Teague still plays?
Hey, he's funny as fuck, though.
No.
Teague is a fucking, he's a gym, dog. That nigga's funny as hell.
That's the thing. He is funny, right? But we got all the stories. That shit.
Yep, without the podcast.
Well, somebody knew when they got on the podcast. I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, he was in the league for a long time. If he didn't do this podcast and shit, nobody would really know who he was.
We would know the stories. Yeah, we wouldn't know none of these stories.
You know what I mean?
Papa would argue me sometime down the road that he was somebody's fucking idol or some shit, yo.
He was. At some point, you know, he was that guy in college,
who's idol
type shit.
Who's idol, yo?
I don't know.
Well, Jeff Teague was never that.
Because we had that argument about Kenny Smith a little while ago. It was Kenny Smith was somebody's idol or some shit. Like, Kenny Smith was never like that. Yo. He was on Michael Jordan's team. No, because he was on Michael Jordan's team. How could he be the man?
No. He went the Rockets back to back.
Houston. Yeah.
And he wasn't the man on that team. Olajuwon was the man on that team.
He was the point guard. He was the point guard on that team.
He was the point guard, but that was... I mean, I don't remember anything spectacular besides the dunk contest stuff that he was really doing.
See, but to even be in a dunk contest, you had to be popular. I guess how you got your Isaiah Riders and all them
popular. I ain't gonna front. He was popular, but I mean, as far as like anybody's idol, I mean, maybe you and Mark.
Well, idol's a stretch. Yeah, the word idol's a stretch. Nobody's idolizing Kenny Smith, but I was saying one of them years he was probably 3 or 4 in the MVP race type shit. You know, being talked about.
3 or 4 in MVP. You've got to find me that one. You're gonna definitely have to find me that one.
I mean, Jordan wasn't there.
That was probably the Houston regional MVP race or something, but I don't know about that.
Houston regional MVP race.